Welcome back, and this is Green Covers Gaming.
And I'm Cyber. You've heard me or seen me in other videos.
And we're doing our top 10 favorite moments in video games.
We have a couple rules first.
We're doing 1 entry per franchise.
And 2, we had to have, one of us had to have played the game before. And there is one exception, but you will understand later.
And also, I hope you enjoy the top 10 moments in video games. Number 10! Okay, number 10 is from a classic game known as Ratchet & Clank. And in this game, you play as Ratchet & Clank, of course, but apparently in the middle of the game, there's this guy named Captain Quark, who is supposed to be a superhero, but then you figure out that he's working for the main villain of the game, known as Chairman Drek, and he's just doing it for the money to be popular and stuff like that, so yeah. Number 9.
Number 9 is Metroid, Samus is a Girl. At the end of the very first Metroid game, if you beat the game in enough time, Samus will remove the power suit, revealing that the game's main protagonist, this awesome bounty hunter shoot up aliens dude, is in fact a girl.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Pokemon Red, defeating Blue. At the end of Pokemon Red version, when you have defeated all 4 Elite Four members, you get a chance to challenge the champion, which is revealed to be your rival, Blue. When you finally defeat him, he breaks down, and you just get this awesome feeling of, ha! I beat you. I proved once and for all that I am better than you. Plus, you get the added bonus of being the Elite Four champion and beating Pokemon.
Number 7. Okay, number 7 on the list is from Super Mario Sunshine. And apparently, Shadow Mario is in fact Bowser Jr. And Bowser Jr. kidnaps Peach. And then at the end of the game, Bowser Jr. figures out that Peach is not his mother, because Bowser Jr. thought Peach was his mother until Bowser told him at the end. And then Mario saves Peach from them, and pretty much the end of the story. Number 6. Okay, number 6 on our list is from a game known as Sly Cooper and the Amphibious Raccoonus. And apparently, at the end of the game, after you defeat Clockwork, Carmelita gives you a 10-second head start. And at the final second, Sly decides to kiss her, and then handcuffs her, and then escapes with his friends Bentley and Murray. Number 5. Okay, number 5 on the list is Jak 3, and at the end of Jak 3, you figured out what the precursors really are, even though you never knew the whole time until the very end, in which they're Otzels. And Otzel is half Weezer, half Otter. And they are pretty much what Daxter is. So Daxter is a precursor. So yeah. Number 4.
Number 4 is Aeris' death in Final Fantasy VII. This is the exception that I was telling you about. Neither of us have actually played this game, but I've heard so many things about this that it would be a shame not to include this. Basically, your main character, Cloud, meets this girl Aeris, and she becomes part of your party, and you get to know her more throughout the game, and she becomes the love interest for Cloud. And toward the end of the game, the big bad Sephiroth, just out of nowhere, stabs Aeris in the gut. And so, at that point, gamers around the world cried out in pain.
NumberThree.
This next one is from one of my favorite games. NumberThree is Skyward Sword Zelda Seal. In Skyward Sword, this is the very first of the Zelda games. So, Hylia, before the events of the game, the goddess Hylia, she gives up her immortal form to be reborn in a mortal, so she would be able to keep the seal on the big bad Demise. And as we progress through the game, we find out that Zelda is actually the goddess Hylia in mortal form. So she explains all this to Link, and she seals herself in amber, saying, you know, Sleepyhead, when we were kids, I was always the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, would you wake me up when the time is right? As Link beats on the amber, trying to get her out, but realizes it is futile, turns around and leaves to go back to the future, or the present in his point of view, to wake up Zelda and see her once more.
NumberTwo.
Number 2 is the Fable 3 Walter battle. In Fable 3, there's this man, Walter, who has been your mentor and caretaker since you were a child. And throughout the whole game, he helps you out in little bits and places. At the end of the game, the main antagonist possesses Walter, and you have to fight and kill Walter to beat the game.
The ultimate NumberOne. Okay, number 1 on my list is the game Infamous. And at the end of the game, you battle yourself. And actually, your name's Cole, but your future self is a different name named Kessler. And apparently, Kessler came to the past and he killed your love interest because there was this beast that was coming in the future to rise to town, and the beast killed your love interest, the future love interest, so he came back to kill her. Because Kessler ran away and was afraid to battle the beast, so you're able to defeat him.